everybody, and welcome into our first episode of our Sims 3 Lepacy challenge. So this is our first ever Sims 3 video that we have here on the channel, so I hope you enjoy this. So with the Lepacy challenge, as you may know, there are some rules, and I'm just going to get those out the way of what the rules are for our first generation here. So the rules are to complete our lifetime wish, max out our job, max out 3 skills, become best friends with someone outside of our household, make an enemy, buy out a property, attend a game at stadium, attend a class, and of course you have to live in the corresponding world, which Gen 1 being base game, we are in Sunset Valley. And here on screen, as you can see, is our Gen 1 heir, Dimitrius. So I will give you a little backstory on Dimitrius. Well, not really a backstory, more of a rundown about him. So Dimitrius Eastbrook here is an over-emotional, brave, hot-headed, snob and athletic person. His lifetime wish is to be a forensic specialist, the dynamic DNA profiler. So this states, special agents in the field require the best data to apprehend criminals, and only the finest analytic minds will suffice. After all, criminals only leave so much useful clues, making the work challenging. Students of logic with a knack of painting make the best forensics analysts. So the goal is to reach level 10 in the law enforcement career under the forensic branch. He likes classical music, lobster thermidor, and the colour spice brown. No relationships, not got anything set yet. Literally just booted up the game, really. We have pre-built a house with the money that we had after bulldozing the previous lot, because base game games houses are not the best. As you can see, we do have CC involved, which is allowed within Gen 1 base game, so that is good. Also, we have some inclusion in mods of like NRAS story progression, woohoo, stuff like that, just to add a little bit more spice with the game. So I have configured some settings to make sure it's nice and juicy. Little house tour for you guys. Here it is. Very plain, very simple, nothing special. I would have loved to add a little bit more in, but with the limited budget, this is all we could do. So let's get going. Let's press play. So I think our first call, here we are. Join the law enforcement career. Yes, please. Just get rid of these stupid notifications. So, law enforcement, it has been a while since I played in Sunset Valley. Here we are, police station. Law enforcement career. I know we're only supposed to be doing base game, and I do have the other expansion packs installed, but I'm not going to touch them. I'm not going to interact with them best of my ability. Like all his traits are base game lifetime wish, clothes base game, everything base game. Okay, so let's get his job going. Law enforcement, Monday to Friday. The presence of crime is evident in all societies, and it's up to the brave new sim to protect and serve. The law enforcement career requires a peak physical condition, shrewd analytic abilities, the right attitude, and close ties with a partner. Accept. Amazing. Got a new job. Boss is Blair Wainwright. Have a good relationship with your boss. Never hurts. Sweet. So is that our... Here we are. We have our boss and our... Oh god, stupid university mascot. Go away. And our co-worker, Hank Goddard. So I'm thinking, as soon as he's our first partner, he could be our BFF. And that'll take off one of the rules and challenges that we have. But I think we need to still go out and make some friends. So here we are. There's a game going at the stadium that Dimitrius would probably love to go out. Check Matthew to the stadium. Now, because attend a game at the stadium, that is one of our things. 60 simoleons? Okay, we can cross off one of our challenges right now. First in, first done. Bosh. Let's make our way over there now, shall we? Can't believe how quick that was. Get in there. Go watch that game. 60 simoleons is not that bad either. I'm happy with that. Okay. Watch players warm up. He wants to learn the athletic skill. So this may take a little bit of time and we want to get into some actual gameplay, don't we? So I will skip back to when he comes back out from his first football game. Okay, we are back, and that did take up a lot of our time. I did not realise games lasted that long, but luckily we did win the game, so that is good. It is already pretty late in the day. Instead of going home, why don't you take yourself to the bistro, actually, and eat outside alone. You are a little bit peckish, so that's fine. Make your way over there and stand in the middle of the road, why don't you? We'll make our way over there and grab a bite to eat, and we'll see what he gets. And in he goes. Cute little Italian restaurant, as we see. What did he choose to eat? Porcini risotto. So, fair enough. We'll let him eat that up. And to be fair, we do a cardio workout. Maybe not yet. We don't have the equipment for that right now. So what does he need for work at the moment? He needs a logic skill. I'm trying to think where I can get the logic skill. The library. So maybe tomorrow after work, we will take a trip to the library, get our logic skill up. Or maybe get a book. Who knows? Let's make our way home. He is had an amazing meal and his hunger is full, which is great. So let's make our way home for the day. Pretty good first day. So a little backstory that I did have for Dimitrius is that he is a big football fan. He loves football. He loves all that stuff. So seeing a game on his first day is probably the best thing for him. He's probably feeling pretty happy about himself right now. So, in one of the challenges that we have is to max out 3 skills, and I have chosen those skills. It's going to be athletic, charisma, and logic. So I might make a quick start on that. We do have a little chin-up bar here. Wait, have I already messed up? Is the chin-up bar not from university? I don't know if that's university, but that is not base game. Sorry, buddy. I already messed up. Well, you can't do that. So instead, why don't we go practice our speech and get our charisma skill up a little bit? I knew as soon as I saw it, I was like, that doesn't seem right. We do have the university package and the portal here, but I am just going to leave those. He is leveling up really fast. Wow. Okay. Let's leave it there. It's 8:30 at night. Why don't you start winding down for bed, have a shower, go brush your teeth, and we will go to sleep. Something that I do have installed as well is a routine mod. So I have set routines for him. For when he should wake up, a little routine for that. When to clean up the house. When to eat. So yeah, those things will automatically come as they are. What notifications have we got up here? The memory of watching a cribble game will stay for his lifetime. That's great. Just ate at a restaurant. Nice. And best across the basic charisma. Can now do an amusing greet. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Till 4 AM? No. Till 7. He starts work at 9, so that's fine. We'll have enough time for him to get up, get ready, maybe grab something to eat if he's still hungry. Just get himself ready for work, really. I feel like a bit of early game, there will be a lot of cutting and all that, but it's early game. We don't really know anybody. There is stuff that we could be doing, but I don't really want to tick off too much for him. I do want to just let him live his life a little bit, and then we can get some gameplay out of it. So what I am going to do is I am going to cut until the morning of when he wakes up, because there's not really much happening right now, and you don't really want to see him just sleeping, do you? So I'll see you all in the morning when he wakes up for his first day at work. Okay, so Dimitrius is now waking up after his first day in Sunset Valley. Why don't we get him to brush his teeth, take a shower, use the toilet, and we'll only have a... Oh, I forgot that I've got this mod installed. So, there's nothing in the fridge. We need to go grocery shopping. Well, that's a bit of a bummer, isn't it? Well, guess we're not going to have any breakfast today. We'll get our groceries after work. Whilst he's doing that and getting ready, we will send a friendly text to Hank. Maybe give him a call and see if he wants to chat. So let's see if he wants to be our friend, essentially. As we make friends and make relationships and all that jazz, the looks of the Sims may change. I will be bringing them into bringing them into Create a Sim, and beautifying them, because base game isn't the best, like I said. So his carpool will be coming at about 8 o'clock, which is fine. What is his uniform like for work? So right now he's only a snitch. I don't understand what that means, but that's fine. Here he is. He's got such pretty blue eyes. I love it. So let's get him texting Hank and just getting to know him a little bit, just over the phone, just ringing him, being like, hey, so excited to see you come to work today. And he's like, yeah, I'm excited too. Like, it's my first day too. I'm just glad that we already kind of know each other, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to seeing you and speaking to you, so it's not as lonely in the office. Let's speed this up just a little bit so they can have a chat. And then hopefully his carpool will be coming here soon. His relationship is slowly going up, which is good. Obviously, the more we actually see him and meet him, we'll be able to increase that relationship a lot faster. Oh, and his carpool is here. We're like, see you. My carpool's here. I'm ready for work. I'm on my way. See you there. Here we go. First day of work. Exciting, exciting. Let's get in that carpool. I am really excited to see how this Lepacy goes. Like, because who knows what's actually going to happen. Would there be drama? Will it be smooth sailing? Who knows? So why don't we straight away, let's work hard. And yeah, hopefully we'll increase his performance meter and maybe get maybe about halfway. Hopefully, we can only hope. Let's see if we have any wishes for him. Nothing base game wise. Here we are. Dimitrius went to work for the first time. Another 50 years of the daily grind and he can retire. Okay. Here we are. So I'm going to leave us here quickly and we will jump back to when he's back from work. We'll get groceries. We'll go to the library. And we'll be able to actually cook some food. So I'll be back when he is finished with work. Okay, so whilst he was at work, he has had an opportunity, our first opportunity of the season, which is exciting. So, the wrong pair of shoes. As a junior member of the police force, you still have a great deal of things to learn. Your boss thinks you could start your education off right if you read How to Avoid Concrete Shoes. Doing this just so might keep you out of the bottom of the lake, plus it'll make your boss happy and get you closer to that next promotion. So we need to read this book and to earn job performance and increase relation boost with your boss, which is great, obviously, except anything to get that. So once again, I'll be back when he is finished from work. Okay, so Dimitrius has finished work and he's very eager to get this book read. But unfortunately, buddy, we have some errands to do. Over halfway on his thingy, which is amazing. And he did eat at work, which is good. So that helps us out a lot. So why don't we straight away go to... You can only call... Okay, why don't we go and shop for some groceries real quickly, and we line up where the library is. Here, literally right next to work, which is sweet. There we are. Let's shop for some groceries, get some food in our fridge so we can eat at home. Easiest way that I do this is shop by recipe, but it's not letting me at the moment, so we'll have to just manually do this. Tomato, lettuce, apple, grape, some sausages, a bit of cheese, egg, what else could we get? Some patties, obviously a lobster. And I think that's all we really need for the beginning. I am going to save this shopping list so that we can automatically when we come back, just copy and paste. Actually, why don't we add some more stuff onto that actually then? Tomato, lettuce, apples, let's add a bit more of those. A few extra sausages. So that will come to 194 simoleons, which is steep for a shop. With only just a few things, but we did get a lobster in there, so fair enough. So let's buy those, and they should be in his inventory. I think actually what we should do is head home and put it in our fridge before it goes bad, because we don't want that to be happening. So let's head home and chuck this in our fridge, wherever it is. Here. There we are. Oh. So I have included a mod in here where if you don't have the right ingredients, you can't make the food. We can have mac and cheese and autumn salad. Lovely. That is perfectly fine with me. So why don't we head back to this library, or well, head to the library, get our logic skill up a little bit, and maybe read a little bit of that book too. Off we go. Here we are. When it wants to load, there we are. He earned 240 simoleons that day. That is good, that is good. So I do believe there should be some chess tables? Am I wrong? I 100% remember there being chess tables in a library. There isn't. Well, that's disappointing. Maybe if we have a look if there's any logic books. Whoa, okay. Here we are. Yeah, knights and bishops. So we'll let him read a little bit of his own book just to get that little promotion at work. And then we'll get on that logic book and get his logic up. Then we'll let him get about halfway of his own book. Right there. And we'll grab this logic book and give that a quick read. That'll shoot up like a skyrocket, which is good. And we will take this to 5:30, 6. Here we are. First logic skill. They're going to love him at work with how fast he is at gaining skills. Level 2, like that. Like I said, these first few days are going to be very grindy. But until we start having families and getting a lot more of the challenges out the way, then, you know, it's got to be like that. We'll get it to level 3. Oh, there we are at level 3, and he can't read any more. So, why don't we... I know we're not... maybe there might be some people at the... Actually, why don't we invite Hank out? We'll give him a call, ask him if he wants to hang out with us at the... We'll ask him if he wants to hang out at the beach. Let's see what he says. Sure, it sounds like fun. Let's meet there. He's like, yeah, let's go. Let's go chill. Let's get to know each other a little better since we didn't have that much time at work, since there was hounding us with all that paperwork. Off we go to the beach to meet Hank. I feel like Hank's a very policeman name. Where is he? Here he is. Oh, he's got a full uniform and everything. Hi, Hank. How are you? Why don't we discuss our shift and be like, wow, that was a hard first shift. But anyway, hi, Hank. How are you doing? Why don't you just tell me a little bit about yourself? Like, let me get to know you. Obviously, like, how old are you? I want to know, like, what sign you are, because I am into all of that astrology stuff. And be like, listen, I've just moved into the town, and my house, it's small, but I do love it. And just get to know him just a little bit more, maybe. Why don't we gossip with him? Just be like, listen, I heard these little things at work, and it was absolutely crazy. But obviously, I don't want to preach too much about it, because obviously I don't want to leave my job. Like, I've always wanted to be in the police, and you know, we don't really want to go too much into detail with that, but it's fine. So a mod that I do have installed is the Deep Conversations mod. So it comes up with pop-ups where we can actually interact with the conversations too. Meeting someone new and hitting it off well. Let's call him, the friend is Spiffy. We'll say, I saw your profile and I think we should be friends, and he likes that. He's 1 day older than us, which is good. Why don't we ask him if he's single, see if he's got any friends or any relationships. Be good friends. Are we already friends with him? We're already friends with him. Slay. That is really, really, really good. Well, I'm really sorry, Hank, but it is getting very late, and I am on a strict schedule, but it has been lovely speaking to you, and tell Pauline I said hi. And we're good friends. Wow, that was very, very fast. These two must have hit it off, which is really, really good. So close to second challenge done out the way on day 2. Crazy. But we'll head home. Maybe see if we can get a little bit of that cooking skill up, because we are a little bit peckish. Here we are. So why don't we have some salad? He is a healthy boy, unless it comes to lobster thermidor, and he's like, let me get that juicy lobster in there. Here we are, our first meal being prepared in the new house. I was going to say hopefully he doesn't burn the house down, but I don't think he can when he's just chopping vegetables. And he might cut his finger, but let's hope not. Looks like he's doing good so far, which is good. There we go, our first meal. What, are you actually going to eat it? You need to eat it, you're hungry. Just realised we don't actually have a dining table. Well, couch sitting it is. Couch sitting, watching TV, watching the news. That's what subtle basic living is. Well, he's gonna eat that. And what time are we on? 8 o'clock? Maybe we'll read a little bit more of this book too when we've finished with that. We'll speed this along. Is he gonna go clean up? Yes, he is. That's good, that's good. Let's get a little bit more of this book read. And we'll start our nighttime routine. So we'll use the bathroom, brush our teeth, and go to sleep. It's such a drizzly day out here. I mean, I'm kind of glad that we still have some expansion packs installed. Oh no, you've clogged the toilet. That's going to have to be a tomorrow issue. Like I was saying, I'm glad that we still have some some expansion packs still in the game, like seasons, because weather, seasons, we love that. Okay guys, so as Dimitrius lays his bed, Okay guys, so as Dimitrius lays his head down on a second night here, I am going to leave it here. I really hope you guys enjoy this first episode, and don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoy, and stay tuned for episode 2. I can see myself really enjoying this challenge and this Lepacy, so the episodes might be whizzing out as fast as you can watch them. You never know. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode. See you later, bye!